Everyone, I am Carmen Michael, the professional mic holder.
Everyone, it's Alexis Cardoza.
What's up, everybody? It's the Wild Rhino Clark Connors from New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I am here getting wild, drinking an 805.
Hey, this is Billy Starks.
Rip F and Bison. I ran out of booze.
I am the fire starter, the Carney Killer. I am born to die, Jake Crest.
This is Bobby Olson.
This is Anthrax of H2O.
My name's Christopher Landon, Anthony Streeter.
My name is Frank Minetti.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Red Air and one half of the PH Boys from Hood Classic Entertainment, representing the Hood Boys, the PH Boys, Purple Haze, Prince Alexander.
This is Martin Stone, the original strong style hooligan.
And today, you have the privilege
of drinking at Moe's.
And you know I'm drinking with Mo.
And you are drinking
at Moe's, where we talk about the pros of pro wrestling in the Midwest while sipping on some brews with blessed beers and wrestling. That's my scene. Death matches and lucha libre. It's also mean. I'm a straight up smart goofball, not no kiss ass. I stand tall when it comes to wrestling. I'm the king. I know every move, every fling. Get ready for a wild time with drinking at Moe's, where we don't quit drinking at Moe's. That's where it's at, like a power bomb. We hit hard, never flat. Fucking right, we're living the dream. Talking about wrestling, know it's a scream.
All right, everybody, taking time out before we get this show started. I want to thank Reaper Apparel for having Drinkin' Moe's be a brand ambassador for their clothing line. They got good stuff. They got t-shirts, they got hoodies, they got beanies, they got lots of great stuff, encouraging everybody to break out of their comfort zone, live their best self, and hey, it's something I try to live every day. Now, be sure when you go and you're filling out your order, use the code drinkinatmos, get 10% off, and the link and the code will both be in the description. Let's fucking go. That's better take us. Oh, yeah. Hey, there's people here.
What are you doing in my house?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. They ain't here. Thankfully, yeah. They must have like figured out where you live. But hey, drinking the Moe's, my 2 cents. Big Mo here, Nate here. Oh, wow. Dr. Pepper giving me the burps like crazy again. So, YouTube, subscribe if you will. Do my best Dusty Rhodes impression there.
Will?
If you will. Leave a comment, leave a review on the audio platforms. And you know what? I realized I almost forgot something. Shit. Yep, I almost forgot it. I left it on the other side of the room. But you know what you need to do? You need to curb stomp that like button like you're freaking Seth Rollins. And you know what? Before we move too much further, disclaimer. The words and opinions of this podcast are the ones of the two tell you. That's it. Okay, bye. All right.
Okay, bye.
I get the talking too fast and then yeah, words are hard. Okay. So, you know what? We figured it'd be interesting to talk about what you watching. What in the world of wrestling are we watching? And you know what? I'll go start off because there's 2 shows tonight. As of this recording,
2 shows.
2 shows.
Ooh.
Almost happening simultaneously. There might be some overlap.
See, something like that would be like the old school, like the 80s and 90s wrestling when you got
the Monday Night Wars.
The Monday Night Wars. You got WWE, WWF on one channel, WCW on the other one, and you're wearing out your
the last channel button. Yeah.
Last channel button.
Like, I
Last
kid you not. One show is on IWTV,
Mm-hmm.
the other's on Triller. So it's like, flipping between the two. So, first one, the one on IWTV. They've been kind to me, both IWTV and the promotion H2O, holding their event Concrete Hell. Lots of great matches, including the main event, which hopefully by the time we're done recording, I don't miss it, or else I can just go watch the whole damn show as soon as it's up for replay on IWTV. But the main event, the Bulldozer Matt Tremont versus Schlack in a concrete canvas death match. This will be only the second time in the United States that this match has happened.
Really?
Yes. And you've heard of places where they'll take off the canvas and the mat and just leave it on the boards.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they take it in this match a step further and replace that with slabs of concrete.
Shit. Where do I start with the thinking on this? First off, let me just say, thank God for indie wrestling, because I guarantee AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, WWE is not going to have a show called Concrete of Hell.
Concrete Hell.
Concrete Hell. Thank you.
Get it fucking right.
Sorry. They're not going to have a show called Concrete Hell. So,
well, yeah, especially with a match like
but
that.
Still, I mean, if you look at it, just look at the names of some of these indie shows, and you're like, I will never see anything like this on WWE. So,
yeah.
Second off, you're going to have a match where instead of having a mat, you're going to have concrete. Let that sink in for just a second. Let me say it one more time. There's no mats, there's concrete.
And just think of it. The two people in the match. If you know anything about deathmatch wrestling, you know about these two.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy shit that they can pull off and come up with. Hell, Tremont himself just went down to Australia and won the Deathmatch Down Under title down there. And now he's back in the States for his home promotion. His promotion going up against another person that, when you think of a match like this, you think, yeah, this guy would probably be in one. Schlack. Holy, like, I've joked with a bunch of the deathmatch people that I've had on. When it comes to him, if I were ever having to cross paths with him in a ring, or like I was on the receiving side of some of the, I would need a change of pants. I would need to make sure that I didn't shit myself.
Yeah.
Definitely make sure there's nobody, no female identifying people around, so we don't get any dookie booby. The return of dookie booby.
Wow.
I had to put that in.
That's why you wanted to start it off. You wanted to bring back Dookie Booby. Okay.
You know what? In all honesty, I did not even think about that until I made the comment about if I ever had to face Schlack, that I'd probably shit myself. And then I'm like, oh boy.
Oh no.
I have to.
So let me just say this. And the concept sounds interesting. How do you train for a concrete match?
You don't.
You don't. It's like, you know, anyone that watches CVV, and CVV, I love you. Anyone that watches it, like, he just had Austin Theory on, and he was he was asked about the F5 he took off the pod, and he starts talking about how they were in rehearsals and they were asking about this, that, and the other thing, and all the producers are coming up going, dude, are you gonna be able to take this bump? There's rehearsals, right? How do you train for this? Do you have a rehearsal where like, hey, you know what? Slam me on your driveway. See how that works out.
WWE, I would sincerely guess that rehearsals there for a spot like that.
Mm-hmm.
Crash pads.
Oh yeah, that's what they were saying.
The whole
apparently, from what I remember on the interview, AJ Styles was originally supposed to take that bump. And they had a crash pad where everything was supposed to be. They tried out. Apparently, AJ landed on his hip or landed on his side, and his first words were, "What the fuck?" They're like, "All right, well, hey Austin, you want to try this?"
Yeah. And then the other show, independent wise, at least tonight, since I said there was 2 tonight.
Gotcha.
That's on Triller TV. That
the home of Wrestling Revolver, by the way.
Oh, yes, which you're going, right?
Yes.
Okay. Me and another friend, we're going second row seats.
Wow, you upgraded.
Yes, I did. And
already.
But this show that's happening tonight.
Gotcha.
One of the premier deathmatch tournaments, the Nick Gage Invitational. Yeah, that's tonight. That's and
harsh.
One of the people in it I've already had on twice, John Wayne Murdoch. And the other I will be recording with soon. Had to postpone because of travel issues. But Dr. Redacted. I'll show you.
Okay.
Because
I'm going to assume that's his ring name.
Yeah, ring name. Yeah.
Dr. Redacted.
But
so when is his gimmick is when he's cutting promos every so often the mic cuts out?
It took me a second because I was like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I got it now.
You're welcome.
Fucker. But yeah, that one, I'm interested to see who's going to win that one in particular, that tournament, because I've heard about one of the participants is pretty much winding down their in-ring career.
Ooh.
Sawyer Wreck.
That name sounds familiar.
I'll send you stuff.
Okay.
But apparently winding down their in-ring career. And I mean, okay, people in the comments correct me if I'm wrong. Hell, even the person that I will be talking about here in a second, correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe Sawyer Wreck is in a relationship with the one and only Manders. Who, I mean, we've ran into a handful at Revolver.
I'm going to leave that part alone. It sounds weird.
Fucker. Oh, but yeah, 2 great shows tonight. And then some stuff. Well, I ended up watching before I caught something that we'll be talking about later in another episode. But SmackDown last night.
Oh.
The 5th member of Solo Sikoa's bloodlines War Games team was revealed. And I mean, by the time this comes out, it will, I mean, the news is already out there, but
well, I think WWE is in the middle of their European tour, so
yeah.
Last night's SmackDown, as we're recording this, last night's SmackDown was actually taped after 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that could have been. But
so the news is already out there this past week.
But yes, but you know, a little tie into, well, not only one member of that particular team who retweeted a picture from my wedding. The Tamatanga. Yeah, shout out to him. I love that dude. But
Tama.
The fifth member of that particular team, former guest of the show, Bronson Reed. Oh my God. Like, well, I know in my head that, you know, they're probably going to try to lean towards having Roman's team win it. I want so badly for Bronson Reed and that team to win, just because I'm such a huge fan of both members of GOD and freaking Bronson Reed. And I mean, much respect to Jacob Fatu as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
But, you know, I actually kind of got ties into other people in the team. So getting to see that people there win would be something awesome. I don't know. Have you heard who's going to be the fifth on Roman's one?
So, I've heard rumors. We all know how rumors are. That's something else we're going to touch on in another episode.
Fucking rumors.
But rumors that had started after the taping last week, coming into last night's episode, since Bronson Reed's the fifth member, everyone's saying Seth Rollins now has to swallow his pride and become the member of Roman's team.
Well, I mean, they kind of hinted at, you know, they were asking him on Monday night and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, if that whole interaction there, it would be fitting. It would make sense.
Yeah, it would make sense. I mean, they're currently in a feud.
Yeah, so it would fit. But yeah, other than that, I mean, national TV wise, I mean, I did catch AEW, and they're doing better, but there's still stuff that I'm just I don't know. It's like they made a big deal about GYV.
Yeah, and then where are they at?
Where the fuck they at?
Except for the fact they are now the New Japan Strong Tag Team Champions.
The New Japan Strong Tag Team Champions, yes.
Well, GYV, congratulations.
Yes, most definitely. Those guys
are some of the coolest dudes we've ever met.
Oh, dude, totally. Dude, love those guys. Trying to think of what else. National TV wise, yeah, I didn't catch TNA this week. But like I always say though, I do try to catch that particular show as much as possible, because I firmly believe that TNA is one of the most criminally underrated national TV wrestling products out there right now.
Oh yeah.
But it's between, I mean, I'm trying to think of who else national TV wise. I mean, you could fit MLW in there, which they are, again, criminally underrated.
I think if you were to go pecking order, I think TNA and MLW are running
neck and
like
neck.
that.
Yeah.
Neck and neck, you know. MLW slowly climbing up there, and then something happens and it comes out. And
if either one of those two promotions had a national TV deal the likes of WWE or AEW, dude, they would, like, okay, I'd like to say that both of those probably national exposure wise are probably neck and neck for like third.
Right.
But whichever one, or hell, if both were to get a TV deal of that caliber, dude, they'd be even an even closer third, maybe even getting close to taking over second. Very well could. Hell, I'm actually also, again, card may be subject to change. Who knows? But as of right now, I am scheduled to record with an MLW talent that I am particularly excited of. Had to reschedule, but shit happens.
Shit happens.
But I'm particularly excited because they're a member of a group that I'm like, shit, I would love to get the rest of them on.
Oh, is this the one you were telling me about?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one.
All right.
I would love to get the rest of that group on. We'll leave it at that.
Well,
I don't want to, spoil stuff in case, have to reschedule again because that's happened.
No spoilers, damn it. I was going to do something, but I'll let you know. I'll tell you about it after we're done.
Fucker.
What?
But
at least I told you.
It's true.
Instead of throwing it out there, be like, oh, we're not keeping spoilers, and I do something, and next thing I was like, oh well, fuck.
Yeah. But then, local wise for me, I was at PWP Live Superstars on Thursday. That was a pretty great show. First time I'd been there in a little while. First time I didn't have a podcast recording scheduled for the night of a show.
To be honest, the birthplace of Drinkin' at Mo's.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The first couple episodes were filmed there.
The first one. The first one.
Everything else, a lot of them were filmed in your car.
Yeah, that some of those are funny. Especially the ones where it was at night and the light in the car kept going.
I'll have to watch some of those back now.
God. Yeah. Those are
people whipping their heads at you. What the fuck did you just say?
I think the only ones that didn't get put on the audio platforms, which I still got to attempt to do that someday, which hell, we'll probably make that happen. But local, I am also going to a benefit show for a dog rescue ran by the brother of the late, great Jason Strife, where there's going to be...
See, that one I didn't know. That I've seen the posters. I didn't know it was ran by him.
Yep, ran by him.
So that makes, I mean, the whole thing is cool. That makes it even better.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And, pretty much each of the promotions that run here within the, between Sioux City, Nebraska, and down in, Omaha, Council Bluffs area, they each got matches representing their promotions at the show. And it's going to be a fun one. I'm trying to remember who all I know, former guest, Mac Lumber Mac, he's going to be there.
He'll make another appearance on this show.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Brandon Juarez, the Dundee Strangler,
he's not your friend.
He's not your friend, damn it. Even though he's told me he's mine, but he's not yours, fucker.
Oh, not right. I actually haven't seen him in a while, so
yeah,
kind of hard to see people, when they're all the way down there and I'm all the way up here.
Yeah, when you go and fucking move to Minnesota.
Would you stop?
But it's going to be a fun one.
I had reasons.
What?
I had reasons.
Yeah, I know you had reasons. I'm just giving you shit.
It's actually not bad up here, except for the fact it snowed on Halloween.
Yeah, didn't do that here. We haven't had snow yet. I don't need to be
some?
Don't
you
need
want
to
some?
be...
Apparently, we've got some coming this week, either this weekend or beginning of the week. Would you like some? I can see if I can't send some your way.
No, that's an S word that I do not want to say.
Snow?
Don't bring that evil on me, fucker.
Damn it.
But like I said, those are the shows that I have been actively watching or will be actively watching here recently. And I tomorrow, I'm legit looking forward to it. I mean, obviously, personal side note, yeah, there's gonna be people there that I'm not too thrilled to be anywhere near.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. That I've already,
for the right price we might, but not now.
Yeah, for the right price, maybe. Yeah, do a whole fucking shoot interview on that shit.
Oh God. Drinking at Mo's, my 2 cents to shoot interviews.
Oh God. Okay.
No.
This is all.
No.
This is all I will say here. If that were to ever happen,
oh God,
and if you were to try to censor it, have you ever tried? Have you ever heard the joke about the old Tupac song "Hit 'Em Up," where they would try to play that on the radio, and it's literally like cutting up.
Sound like R2D2?
Yeah, it would be that. Not gonna lie, but yes. Now on to you. What you watching?
Well, the funny thing is, I'm the one that came up with this idea.
You did.
And the funny, I wound up getting this idea because I was putting something together, like a entertainment center or something like that, and I was watching our buddies, the dads, the DWO podcast, and one of their shows is called "How the Hell Are You?" And I'm sitting there just putting this together. I just kind of, we could do a show and called "What the Hell You Watching?"
Yeah,
it doesn't roll off the tongue that great, but hey, whatever.
What you watching? We'll just call it that. Because
with my schedule and all, and we've discussed the scheduling stuff. I watch a lot on YouTube. I catch the highlights. Yeah. Because this originated in Nebraska. Like we said, I'm in Minnesota now. So I like to rep now a lot of the Minnesota stuff up here. Like this nice hat from the Northern Soda Company. Great guys.
Yeah.
And you got your Packers. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So like last month, October, I had what I called my welcome back to wrestling time. I had 3 shows within 4 weeks.
Nice.
So the first one I went to, it was October 12th. I went, I drove about an hour north to a company called the American Wrestling Federation, which apparently has been around for years.
Okay.
And they're only doing, a lot of these are only doing stuff in Minnesota. And it was in a high school, and I remember sending you pictures of the way it was set up, and they had plenty of room. Now, they have a YouTube channel, and the show I was at is posted up on YouTube. So that was a pretty good show. I actually enjoyed myself.
Nice.
I met Greg Gagne, by the way.
Sweet.
What was there? A couple of guys that have been down in the Omaha area. Were there. JDX, I believe, has been down in Omaha a couple times.
I know who you're talking about. Had him on.
The tag team, the Premier.
Okay, I've heard of them. Yeah.
Campbell Myers and God, what his partner's name? I can't remember. But he's the one that everyone would sit there and call him Campbell Soup. Which I reminded him about that, and he told me I was the enemy now. So, and another one that was there that's been in Omaha was Riley Jackson. He's been to Omaha, I think 2 or 3 times. First time he was, blonde and he had the flowing hair, and he called himself the crop top superstar or something like that. I wore one of his old T-shirts, and it's a rose with his name on it, and it got like a dotted line across where you could cut a crop top. Now he's in a tag team called NDS, and he's shaved bald. I don't know if he's just decided to do a wrestling thing and just shave it, or if he lost a match and shaved his head. Don't know.
And but before we go too much further,
Yeah.
that shirt, nobody wants to see you cut that into a crop top.
I wasn't going to. That was just a design that he had.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just reminding you.
Thank you for that. Thank you. pull a Kamala the Ugandan giant. Anyway.
What?
Okay. So the next show that we went to the following weekend, October 19th, at a place called WrestleVerite.
Mm.
This was in an art center.
Huh.
It was in a room that, with a ring, they only had 3 sides. It was you know, if I had to guess, it was between it was like a 20 to 20-foot ring or an 18-foot ring, one of the two. There was a good maybe 2 feet between front row and the ring, and then there were three rows behind, and it was a full house. And it was a cool, and the best part, that right there,
this is the show that you told me about.
that one right there has been ring used.
Nice.
They had a match between a great guy by the name of Downtown Petey Brown, and I will tell you why he's a great guy. I never talked to these guys. I actually saw his opponent, Jason Rage, the week before for the AWF. I got him to sign a program, and then that was it. Didn't say anything to him. Didn't see either one of the guys the night of the show. So I walk in with that. It's over my shoulder. Before the match, they come out and they say, "Well, who's got stuff?" And I raised that up, and people are like, "Oh yeah, there's a belt." Some dude brought a stuffed Pikachu. And all I can think of is Minnesota. This place is crazy. And there were thumbtacks. Someone brought up thumbtacks. And someone brought a pizza cutter. There was crazy stuff. Someone brought Thor's hammer.
Sweet.
And they actually sold it as being heavy.
Oh, I was just gonna say, dude, you can sell it to like the bad guy in the match could try to lift it up and be like, oh,
So they go through the match, and Petey Brown sits there again. And I'm gonna say right now, the reason why he's pretty cool, anyone that can come out to the ring with CNC Music Factory as your entrance theme, you get a thumbs up. Okay? I'm sorry, in this day and age. All I'm gonna say is, this day and age, if you can't do that, if you can't appreciate it, fight me. Come on. So they start going through this match, and Petey goes, "Who's got a weapon?" And I raise that up. He grabs it, and I remember sending you the video.
Yeah.
And he looks at it, and he holds it up and goes, "This is for the troops." And then he has to go around the ring, and he blasts the dude with it. It's got blood on it. You can't see it from here, but it got some blood on it. And he handed it back to me, and it was a family thing with my girlfriend. We had all of her kids with us. Excuse me. It's cold up here, by the way, so pardon my coughing. And they're all like, "Ooh, are you gonna wash it?"
Like, why the fuck would you do that?
It's like when you see one of your favorite band for the first time, and they actually come out and they slap it, and you're like, "I'm never washing my hand." That hasn't been wiped off, so there's blood still on it.
That half a door that I got from the Mid Death Pro show.
It still got blood on it.
Oh yeah.
So I say that it was a good show. It was a really good show. And then I took a week because there wasn't anything that was close by that we could go to. The very next week was a place called Pinnacle Pro Wrestling.
PP.
PPW. We got PPW.
PP.
And originally, one of your friends was supposed to be up here. One Jay Fowler. He was originally booked to be up here, and something happened about 2 weeks before the show. He was no longer booked for it, so they had to figure something else out. I actually saw Mac was there.
Yeah.
Another guy that's been down in Omaha, ZK47.
Okay.
Yeah, he wears the war paint and stuff like that. And
You got to understand. I have not been to.
oh, we were there for that show.
Oh, we were at that one.
We were. I believe it was. I believe it was the show after the Crucible lost the tag titles to Joey and Duke.
Oh, so it was that okay. Because
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if it's been like within the last year, you gotta
You know, it
realize
was-
how long it's been since I've been to a show of theirs.
It was still at Stocks and Bonds.
God,
So, but the thing I was wearing my I'm a Jason Strife guy shirt.
Mm.
So there's a handful of people that walked up to me and said, "That's a cool shirt. Jason Strife is the man." One dude said he was actually repeated what we had said as being Jason Strife is one of the best independent workers ever. And I was like, bravo.
Yep.
So along with that, there was also downtown PD Brown.
You
And I
gotta
say
run
this is
into him
cool
again.
because here it is 2 weeks after I walk in and he sees me and he goes, "Where's the belt?" I showed him a picture. It's right there. He goes, "That's fucking cool."
All right.
Oh yeah. So that's what I've been watching. All the shows have been pretty cool. We're looking to do some more, going to some more shows. There's one that's coming up here in the next couple of weeks. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to go to it. I know we've got Revolver coming up here in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, that one I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
for sure.
And I'm always keeping my eyes out for something that's close by because I really don't want to drive that far. Even though I would like to ingrain myself more into the wrestling scene, I don't want to.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. There's some places from the podcast that I would love to go visit, but with the little one on the way, it's like I'm kind of having to limit the radius that I travel. Because, okay, I've mentioned this to other people on the interviews that it's like I words are hard. I specifically, when asking about going to the show, making sure that everything was going smoothly with the little one, I'm like, I wanted to make sure, so I didn't plan on going, and then all of a sudden, something happened, and I specifically got told, go, just keep an eye on your phone. And I'm like,
which is, I've been next to you for all the shows, and you do a pretty good job. I mean, most of the time you've got your phone in your hand.
Pretty much.
I mean, we both did. I mean, I've got videos from the last show we went to.
Yeah. And,
and they take up a lot of room in my memory.
Yeah, I kind of have to, once I get them on like Facebook or on one of the YouTube videos, I kind of just delete it. But I've joked with people about, keeping an eye on my phone at that particular show and be like, with you and, some of the roster that I've been lucky enough to get to know, that I joke with them and be like, if at some point middle of the show you see me bolt for the door, you know why? Because I gotta get my ass back to Omaha. but yeah, here's on that note, here's hoping that we,
however, like I did say, you do have a place up here if you want to crash out, come to a show. I know a person that we've talked about, Joe Hendry. He's a tag team champion in one of these companies.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there's that.
we believe.
I did find out some weird stuff last night.
Oh, really?
So where we live is a suburb of Minneapolis. Apparently, if you look, Minneapolis apparently is the growing point of wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, um, probably about a 5 minute drive to that way. I don't know what that way is. I think it's west. Kurt Hennig's son was born right over there. There's another wrestler that was born um, over that way. I know it's going to seem weird when we look at this on YouTube, but it's like I'm like in the middle of like wrestling heaven.
Yeah.
The show that I went to, the Pinnacle Pro Wrestling, it's right there on where it's at, where that one was at. It's the next town over, and those of you that follow '80s wrestling will recognize the name of this is Robbinsdale, Minnesota.
Ah, yeah.
And you can count on two hands how many Hall of Fame and legendary wrestlers come from Robbinsdale.
Oh, yeah. Who's who?
It's a who's who. I think Kurt Hennig's from Robbinsdale, I think.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Like Kurt Hennig's from Robbinsdale. His son was born in Champlin, which is right over here. There's another wrestler who was born in Osseo, which is, you know, I wake up in the morning, I look out my bedroom window, I can see the water tower.
All right.
It's this weird little thing here. I'm 3 minute drive from Champlin. I'm a 2 minute drive. I'm a 6 minute drive from my work, and that's in a place called Brooklyn Park. I mean, figure that shit out. It's like,
but hey, you need to keep an eye out whenever First Wrestling does their shows at the Mall of America.
Oh yeah, they've actually got
one coming up.
They got one coming up, and I can't remember what the date was. And I've told her, we need to go to the Mall of America. I want to figure out where they have these shows.
So I can point it out to you right where it is. I've walked right through it myself.
Oh, I'm sure.
But that is about all we got for this one.
All I got.
But yep.
All about the Minnesota love.
Oh, fuck Minnesota. Never mind.
No, it's not.
Just the Green Bay Packer fan and me talking shit.
I know it is.
But hey, I got to say this, though. When I was there for the Packers-Vikings game, I was expecting a not-so-nice reception.
Mm-hmm.
I got the complete opposite. I could not be more grateful for how outsider got treated going to the game.
You're a Packers fan from Nebraska and Minnesota.
Yeah. But that is about it. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Hit that button. God damn it.
I'm trying to hit the fucking button. Give